Never been the type to sit behind a desk all day. Welcome to the name-pending saloon, purveyor of spirits and stimuli. Reckon so. Back already. Anything else I can help you with? Why, sure. You'd be surprised how much... What? Between the Protectorate to any particular topic you have in mind? Oh, Minister Milverstreet's blessed with the gift of gab. Share to say they have different Vox stations run by... Real piece of work. Tell you one thing, we have a small contingent of troops bivouacked nearby. You're asking... They merged. Rebranded. Auntie Cleo seems in charge now. Dunno. Do my best to steer... My pleasure. Your Earth Directorate. Here I was, pick your poison. And I am most... What'll it be, stranger? That is an ensuing step on my 19-point business plan. Trying to find a name that would convince patrons to spend their hard-earned bits here. Like to hear a few contenders? At present, my top favorites are 1. The Drunken Haggler, 2. Accessories, 3. Absinthe-Minded, 4. The Fair Shake. Now tell me, which would make you spend your hard-earned bits here? Well, that's what we'll call it then. I'll tell future business partners we did extensive outside testing. I can now check off step 18 of my business plan. Wait, have you already read it? Did you sneak in here whilst I was on break and peruse it in its entirety? Well, you must be some kind of intuitive business genius then. Hope you're not staying in town long. Don't need the competition. Anyhow. All right.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no tolerance for it. Why do you think I'm out here? Has nothing to do with my current and very temporary shortage of funds.
Yes. No. Oh. Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant...
Yes, but you...
Like the week prior and the week before that.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without...
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old canids. I loved them.
No, and...
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you see...
Yes.
Good. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spying. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point. Especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time.
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milverstreet, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs? Perish the thought. The first rule of diplomacy is never to slight a potential ally, if it can be avoided. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save countless lives. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
With that hat? Absolutely not. Is this a bad time to mention I can read lips? I have some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. Perhaps I saw such a name amidst my perusal of the Protectorate domicile assignment records. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure. But surely a go-getter like yourself has more ambitious goals on our island. Share them with me, and we can brave them together. Ambitious, aren't we? Easily the best protected location on Paradise Island. Hardly a place for a stroll. But if you assist me, I promise to get you inside. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed. Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing, but for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. I seek a persuasive method of alleviating this conflict. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to ease the temperament of wayward subjects. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about the process and where it is performed. This is the prize I seek. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, I must presume the worst. Yes, one additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not take kindly to your working with me, though that is a bridge most worth burning in my estimate. An opportunity to attain my goals and stick my finger in Babylon's eye? Today's as grand as when I led in the performance department showing of Life of a Salesman. Find your way to the Ministry of Accuracy. And if Trooper Sealong is still alive, do send her back here to debrief. She's still contracted to us after all.
Watch out for that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems. Even the whole of Spacer's Choice couldn't outmaneuver her.
Well, if it ain't D.B. Milver Street's newest sycophant. I'm Officer Babylon Carr, and you can consider that introduction the start and end of our personable relationship. If you'd spoken with me like I suggested, mayhaps the two of us could bandy words, but you didn't. And taking sides with Milver Street means I got no use for you. The peddler of half measures returns. Suppose it's too much to hope that you speak in half sentences. Make it quick, yeah?
Your munition supplies are low. It is best we discuss acquiring more ammunition when we are next traveling together.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just Taro excrement.
Take the pressure off with anti-fizzles. Bottled under more than 3 atmospheres of pressure. Anti-fizzles made them better with Anti-Cleo's patented Mott apple cider.
Debris sure has some shit putting Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
My cover story has worked. I am safe. I have hacked into their I did it. With the complete gullibility of the Protector, I thought I'd even... All that was left was the... Well, I don't... And I
believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking? No. No, you didn't know her. Not like I did. Like I thought I did. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy. We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. Reckon so. Somewhat embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done, and then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers. Because the truth matters. Because Augustine could have come clean to me at any point during the mission about what she was planning. And she didn't. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic. Real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks. Done some good, too. Even I can admit that not everyone following the plan is a fanatic. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue. That's different. Everything we've done so far has been for the mission, to save everyone. You forget we're on the same side here, Commander? I'm not the only one DeVries wronged. She robbed you of 10 years of your life. Don't you want recompense for that? Glad we're of an accord. DeVries made her bed. Let's bury her in it.
Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around. Friendly-like.
Heavens to Antius. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes. You know, you might be right. I'm reliably certain I did not want to find out. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another... Look, I know how it sounds, like I'm a few crab... It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse, late. Fit for Emily, but when I asked her about it, she didn't know what I was talking about. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished. I've knocked on doors, peeped a few windows, respectfully, mind you. And I ain't spied anything more exciting than a chair. But then, a being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Too tiresome, would be my guess. Well, maybe. I still don't know all the particulars, yet. But it's one theory. I certainly won't say no to having a fresh set of lamps on the scene. Just be careful. Hate to see you disappeared like that foodstuffs.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
Is that not why you've come? Because you discovered our recent larceny at the greenhouse?
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays. I am merely quivering with rage over this insulting interrogation. And that scent you so subtly pointed out is the aroma of noble effort. Foreign to you, I'm sure.
Thought I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it? You've got me there. Nothing enigmatical about a trio of Protectorate stowaways.
The more I listen to you invaders blathering, the more convinced I become of the need to rid our fair island of your wretched stupidity by any means necessary.
Not very copacetic, are you folks?
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead. And if I deny your assessment? Ordinarily, I would feel confident about having the superior number. But as you pointed out, our condition is rather deleterious at the moment. Very well. With so many invaders yet to slay, I would be remiss to relinquish our lives in such an unworthy duel. We surrender. For now.
That was some slick talking. Can't believe you got them to surrender without firing a shot. I thought for sure we'd have to blast our way out of here. Guess I had this mystery all wrong. Small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish. I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish. I appreciate that. Never really talked about the direction of my thoughts on this topic with no one before. Wow, it's like I'm lighter. Thank you for everything. Truly.
Haven't you done enough harm? I've nothing to say to you, interloper.
This is but a momentary setback.
simply a detective now.
I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. But got an old friend here on the island, the doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Tracked him to Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit? Not sure he'd still consider me such, but that's part and parcel. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here, being part of a team, that starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And likely not. We didn't exactly leave off in a good way. Traded some hard words over promises I made and ought not have. Don't much help to stay mired in it, neither. I think this will help me move forward. After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. Fighting too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the Protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action. Resistance is a mite strong. It wasn't like he was part of some greater movement. He avoided speaking out of line, but he was already spinning up discontent by the time we met. We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot. Figure you say as much, but I'll admit, after 10 years in this colony, it's getting harder to argue an opposing view. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like,
Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him, till recent. Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet. Westport's on the east side of the island. I tracked Zeb to somewhere on its outskirts, but never got up the nerve to visit before now. We ought to start there.
We're closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
And how are you going to do that?
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded. It is of no matter, regardless. I do not know where she is. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me. Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That and the invasion itself set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse. We became friends when she... Well, for some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. We all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing. What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hub.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. She said learning the truth. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all.
Know a little something about that, too.
I did try to, after the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. No. Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield.
That sounds like it could be her agent identification code.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her. That's all I can ask. Welcome back to my chapel of fear and futility.
Schultz went where? Schultz!
Go negotiate your own contract. I got mine locked.
Anyone got lamps on Schultz? Anyone? Void be damned. Did I not make clear our orders to hold the line?
I'm afraid there's more bad news, Commander. She also took Scrabbles, sir.
Would that he'd done her more good. Seems Calamity has claimed two goods. You there. I don't normally sanction nameless passers-by giving ear to my private discourse. Whatever your purpose, I feel a contractual obligation. No Antes forces are permitted beyond the forward position upon pain of disemployment and possible litigation. Our orders are to sit and mind the store for as long as need. It is difficult for me to... By steadfastly holding the line here, we forestall any retribution the Protectorate would seek to inflict upon Fairfield. And Calamity digs its claws in deeper. Thank you for notifying me of their demise. I'll send a car for replacements, and pray we do not suffer another attack before then. Huh. I half believed you meant that offer. Unless you weren't being playful. I confess, the challenge of holding the forward position does not satisfy, as might a straight-on tussle. But I would prefer to avoid staining my reputation by participating in such a needless blunder. Carr was, shall we say, non-ambiguous with her orders. Far be it from me to speak poorly of a superior, but I have pondered over... Still, however brightly my star burns, I remain in her orbit. She is my superior off. I'd thank you to affix some ballast to the... Scrabbles has been integral to this unit's success for years. Outsiders may see him as a toy, but we've bled alongside that stuffed sprat. He's damn near family. Schultz obviously knew the risks and hoped he'd protect her through the minefield. Alas, even Scrabble's power has limits. Still would help I'll pardon your skepticism given your lack of acquaintance, and say only this. Ask not what Scrabbles achieves for us, but what we... Before you depart, a final word. Stay out of the minefield. I won't be the one who answers to Carr when the...
You seen Gary anywhere?
No, he went off to relieve himself, but I reckon that was a handful of hours ago.
Stay out of the minefield if you value your limbs. If it were my call, certainly. But I answer to a higher authority. Though I've cogitated on the matter at some length. It's clear you are new to the region, and I am Commander Emil Torres. Aggressive acquisition. Yes, I suspected that might relieve your stupor. By steadfastly holding the line here, Before you depart,
right over there.
All right, that new game smells wearing off. Let's just get down to business.
Pleasure not doing business with you.
Banter elsewhere. Don't even think about disrupting the marketplace.
Take a look at those corpses they've got struck. Someone dead.
You there. Keep your hand. Stranger, consider yourself lucky that I've been ordered to not open fire unless fired upon. I will not suffer an outsider to trespass and trample further through our lands. Turn back from this bridge now, lest my ever-depleting prudence be spent. Yes. They are corporate degenerates who threatened our dominion and way of being. When we captured them, we hanged them as a warning. Now the capitalist scourge's advancement has ended. Their morale is shattered, and they do not dare encroach. I dare say this spectacle served its purpose well. If you are an enemy of the Protectorate, you will be judged. May we all take heed of such a warning. Out of the question. Must I repeat myself? If you are not a loyal Protectorate subject, you will not cross this bridge. Be grateful I do not judge with such haste as my superior to the north, Brigadier Montelli. He's been fervent of late, looking for any Protectorate subjects who have displayed disloyalty in his estimation. Any associations with wrongdoers results in swift execution. That has, unfortunately, put many folk in his sights, myself included. And so we wait for the proverbial axe to fall. Well, don't you have a penchant for solving problems? You know, I may have a use for such an attitude. I know of 2 traitors who yet remain on this island. Bring them to me, and I'll dispose of them before the Brigadier questions my loyalty and deems me guilty by association. In return, I shall grant you clearance to cross the bridge. Fair exchange, wouldn't you say?
A lot more folks are gonna die if we don't catch up to DeVries. We have to consider our options, even the ugly ones. If these folks are deserving, maybe it's worth it.
I commend you for your eager interest. I think 2 traitors in particular. First is Ida Rutledge, a worker at Spire Grove. I once had utmost respect for her. We were, oh, damn it all, we were friends. When the Grove went silent during the invasion, I assumed she'd fought to the death as any subject would. But reportedly, she's not only failed to die, but is also teaching the enemy soldiers how to use the equipment. Conspiring against us. Such treachery is unconscionable. The second traitor I seek is Charlton Weintraut of Westport. He is, unfortunately, my cousin, and most assuredly a disgrace to our line. He too failed to die defending his home during the invasion alongside the other residents of Westport. They'll be seen to in time. But Charlton, well, I must deal with him personally. Oh, how I anticipate wiping that smug expression off his face. Are these orders clear?
Time and place, Commander. Time and place.
Your humor leaves much to be desired. But so long as you deliver what I seek, I will resist opening fire in retribution. Now go. Remember, once I have both traitors apprehended, you may cross the bridge. But beware if you step out of line. Other subjects may not be so generous with their deal-making as I. Farewell.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472. 472 means they're gonna fill anything. Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. Real code 472.
I don't even want to peddle your wares elsewhere.
Hello, and goodbye. If you're wondering why there's so many engineers sitting here on their rears, it's because...
That kind of thing ain't even on my contract. And there's streets offering bids rewards for anything of import we can tell them. But I do love bids. Come on, friend.
Scout report. Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center...
Excellent. Eddie, Scout.
These anti-soldiers seem twitchy to you? Might want to sneak our way out.
Got some bad company. It's like the rules are just a guide for what not to get caught doing. And know this?
Shoot in the midair. Appreciate a little help, Commander. Do you have nobody around? Not getting up without help, Commander!
Cover me over here! Here we go! Bring down!
Hostile, not walking this off. It's dying over here. And it's up.
Let's try this.
belt.
recognized,
I
never
lost the stuff.
commended. But don't be resentful. Wouldn't anybody be? A profusion of reasons why. Ask anyone. I'm warning you. I presently persist in a state of ceaseless perturbation. Wonderful idea for a division of speed. First grader. What? Now!
It's like that lab tech was trying to retrieve something from that terminal. Almost made it too. Damn. No good deed, I suppose.
Let me know when you need a distraction. Appreciate a little help, man.
Hello there. You wouldn't happen to have found any usable parts in all this debris? Westport stockpile. Fortunately, there's nothing here that's salvageable. Let's just say to fill Westport's needs. True enough. But I digress. Was there anything else? Let's just say to fill Westport's needs. If you follow the road head... True. But I digress. Was there anything else? Need to get back to my hunt, you understand? Let's just say to fill Westport's need. True enough. But I digress. Let's just say to fill... True enough. But I digress. Was there anything else? Let's just say to fill Westport's needs. If you follow the road heading north, you can't miss it. Used to be a sight to behold, but the war hasn't been kind to it. True enough. But I digress. Let's just say to fill Westport's need. True enough. But I digress. Was there anything else? Need to get back to my hunt, you understand? Well, listen, the center is... Say, you don't work for Ant. Fair enough. As I was saying, the Automech Repair Center is south of... Yes, and which is... Nor are the troopers who should have been escorting this. These were... No. Some other unfortunate fate has befallen them. Could have been any manner of... Likewise...
What do you mean you're leaving? Shift over. Have a life outside this place now.
Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Prudence dictates to rightly appreciate.
nothing there. Nobody around. The insides are leaking outside, Commander. Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander. No target. Hit him hard!
Sit or sprint? Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprack race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hope the crabbles skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a great idea.
strong since Horizon Point.
Niles.
Howdy, Zed. You look
Wow.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say, you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
Zeb.
Ah, yes. The same commander who nobly ordered you to leave your colleague to perish under rubble. No. I only... So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine. That would depend on what vision...
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies.
Oh, now you want to... Where were you when I actually needed you?
I know I let you down before, but give me...
I haven't...
It's been... I barely made... Found him!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart. That was one of my operatives. I organized the mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. Without that, if you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my...
I am.
Okay. And do it...
No.
Yes?
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving. And that my friends... I'll answer what I can. If you must... The woman who... Then I met Niles. Stop there. The Crabbles? They keep people away who might... I do believe that one day, the truth... Always put your hands on other people's things. Quickly. I have to prepare for other
You're missing the part where you get blown halfway to the void and back.
I'd like to help, but I fear I lack the supplies at the moment to ply my craft.
Huh. Well, at least it's not visitors. You do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, apologize.
Everything, literally everything I own is underwater. What do you mean? What do you mean? Everything.